All right, welcome guys. This is hey, welcome. Welcome. Let's make a knife. Hey guys, what's up? Mike here with Bush Rat Knives. And you're not going to believe this, but in this video today, we're going to make a knife. So let's get started. As always, we're going to do the first things first. Okay, first things first. Obviously, we're going to take the template that we want to make a knife out of, and we're going to put it on the steel. Stick it to the metal. Take a outlining device and outline. I'm going to run that over to the bandsaw and we're going to cut this out. It's not perfect. Go ahead and reapply some marker so I know what needs cut off. Now all this is going to show me is what needs to be sanded off. I'm just making it a little more obvious. So I don't have a small wheel attachment to get in there. So I want to I'm just going to smooth this out. Make it a little rounder. Alright, that part looks pretty good. Now I'm going to put a little sharpening choil right here at the end of this. Anyway, put a sharpening choil right there. So we got it. There's our piece. I don't know where to put the holes. We'll find out. We'll find out together. Something like that, you think? Could measure these, but let's not. Alright, so we got 3 pins, lanyard hole there. And mark this for our center line, 2. I'm going to do a pretty high angle on this. I want something like that. 5 degrees. Let's do 5 degrees. So we're going to do this 5 degrees. Okay, got my 2 lines. And let's go drill some of these holes. It says a quarter. We'll try it. Good enough. All right. Now I'm just going to chamfer all these. Job done. I got all the drills holed. I got all the holes drilled for the epoxy to go through and to lighten this up a little bit. This is a pretty straight piece of steel, so I'm not going to worry about sanding it flush right now, flat. I'm gonna put the bevels in, and then I'll smooth out the sides, get rid of any little rust marks from the water and the clamp. So. All right, hearing protection. Fuck, man, I always forget my headphones. That's the whole reason I have them. The whole reason. I'm just gonna smooth down the side now. I'm going to heat treat it, and then I'll put the rest of the bevels on later, but this is ready to be heat treated. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the forge and my toaster oven. Ow. All right, I'm over here in the dungeon area. I'm getting ready. I'm just heating up the forge right now. I got a blank knife in there it wasn't any good, so I'm using that. I'm going to heat that up. And I'm using that to heat up my Parks 50 oil. So I'm going to throw it in there. 400 degrees, 2 hours, times 2. I clamped it anyways. I only got one knife to put in there, so. All right, now I got it out of the oven, and the next step is I'm going to take it and grind the sides flat, remove any of the, I think it's decarburization that's on there, and after I do that, I'm going to start the final bevel on here. It's kind of dark, right? 80, yeah, whatever. So, shit. Okay. All right, now we got a flat surface to work from. I'm going to go ahead and clamp this into my jig, and I'm going to put the bubbles on there. Let's go. I'm going to take my calipers and I'm going to measure the height from the spine in a couple locations. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tape this. I'm going to tape this part up. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to buff this out and try not to get the line too much. Maybe I will. I'll tape it. I said I was going to tape it. I'll tape it. Okay. It's always something. Shit's starting to go real good, and it's like, oh, nope, not today. All right, it's a little better. Both sides. So, I'm gonna put a logo on it. Apply tape. Okay. Black's on there. Red is the side I'm using to etch. Wet the Q-tip. Place Q-tip in the lead. And maybe it'll do something. That's wetter than I normally like it, but hopefully that didn't fuck up. That looks alright. Alright, it's on there. Now what I like to do is take the other side of the Q-tip I used. Brass, blue, or brass, whatever this is. Alright. There we go. Now it's ready to put a handle on. I went ahead and glued these scales to these liners, and I cut pins. So I'm going to be doing white scales, orange liners, and acid green pins. See how that looks. I'm going to glue these together with some masking tape in between. Okay, sure you've all seen this. It's nothing new. A little bit of CA glue. A little bit of activator. Put them together. These pins, they're 1/4 inch. So let's go over to the drill press. Now, all I want to do is, like I said, make sure I leave enough room. Just make sure you leave enough room. Okay. Anyway, now I trace it out completely and then cut it out on the bandsaw. So now that everything, all these holes are lined up, I'm going to trace out the actual part that I want to cut. All right, so I'm going to take this over to the bandsaw. Just take this over. How about it? Just gonna smooth it off now. I got the knife finished to where it needs to be. I've got the scales, the front of the scales finished to where they need to be. Now we have to join them. And we'll do that by breaking these apart. Take a wee bit of alcohol and acetone and wipe off any residual glue here. That's all right. Green pins. All right, that's good enough for a dry fit for me. We're gonna glue these buggers together. Right meow. Mix up some epoxy. Same size puddle of the other. All right. Let's make some magic happen. Okay. Acetone on it, and then clean off the blade. Any squeeze out, get off. All right, but that's it. See you tomorrow. Now it's the next day. Everything's cured. Now comes the fun part, because this is it's a rough shape. I mean, there's a lot of sharp angles and everything, so it's going to be fun to shape these scales without damaging the blade. But that's what we're going to try to do. So let's flatten these pins. I should wear a respirator anyways, but definitely with G10. All right, it's flat now. So I'm going to tape up the blade, and we're going to go ahead, square up this table, and bring the rest into the metal. All right, now it's shaped down to the steel. So I'm just going to go around and mark the edges with a compass. I'm gonna round these off like a 45 or roughly 45 degree angle. Try that. Feels like a 45 to me. Give me a guide so I know what I'm going to. Okay, back at it. All right, now it's time to sand hand it. Let's do that. I fucking hate this part. Christ almighty. That thing is dirty. All right. All right. So now I just got to hand sand it, which is fun. That's all I'm doing. Just breaking the edges on this one. Breaking the angles. All right, I'm gonna go up in grit now. This is good. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go wash the blade real quick. All right, guys, well, that's it. I'm gonna take this handle down a little more with 400. I'm not changing anything else. I'm just gonna go up to 400 to make it a little more smooth. But this is what we got. This is the first time making this knife. Let's check it out. All right, there it is. A little bit of green and all right, guys, that's it for this video. Like always, thanks for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe, whatever. This is the knife, and this was the video of me making this knife. If you liked what you seed, come back and you can see some more. Anyway,